Hi, my name is Tasha Champion. I'm a certified master life coach, a 2018 Voices of Hope honoree with the American Cancer Society, and I am a breast cancer survivor. In 2015, me, my mother, and my two sisters learned we were BRCA1 positive. BRCA is the breast cancer susceptibility gene that makes you high risk for breast and or ovarian cancer. And in my family, there's a long history of these diagnoses, including my mom, who was diagnosed at the age of 37. Together, we decided we would have radical surgeries that included having all of our reproductive organs removed, as well as double mastectomies with immediate reconstruction. This would reduce our risk of these types of cancers. Just had one goal in mind: to become a previvor. A previvor is someone that has a predisposition to cancer but has not been diagnosed. The day before my 36th birthday, I went in to have the elected double mastectomy. I wasn't scared. I was actually honored and happy that I had this opportunity to save my life before I ever had to fight for my life, because just 2 days prior to this, my cousin passed away from triple-negative breast cancer. Just before recovery, the surgeon had called my mom and informed her that they had found something. And my mom says, "Oh yeah, I know about that. There was a water-filled cyst that was found on her recent mammogram." And the surgeon says, "No, I don't think that's what this is." Well, pathology would later confirm that it was cancerous. And we're thinking, are you kidding? Because just 2 weeks before my surgery, during my sister's surgery, they found cancer already growing. So here it is, we're both being diagnosed in the exact same way, just 2 weeks apart. Being that the diagnosis was triple negative, it was highly suggested that we do several rounds of chemo, which we agreed. Well, during the chemo class, they talk about the different things that you may go through, and they mention some things about American Cancer Society. And in all honesty, it kind of went in one ear and out the other, because I just always had known ACS to be about cancer research. So I didn't really think too much of it. I ended up getting this catalog in the mail with about wigs and hats and scarves. It's the TLC catalog. I see the ACS logo, still didn't think too much of it. Fast forward 6 months after my last treatment and 10 months after the diagnosis, I meet the community development manager for the American Cancer Society in my area, Liz McGiffin. She was heaven sent. All this time, I'm thinking that ACS is just about research. And what I find is they are so much more than that. Now, I knew about the TLC book, but I didn't know that they have these wig banks that you can go to, and you meet with these loving and very compassionate people that help you get fitted for wigs, help you find a wig that you feel looks good on you, so that you can begin to feel some type of normalcy in your life. They also have the Look Good, Feel Good classes where they teach you how to apply your makeup. Because trust me, applying makeup when you're going through a cancer diagnosis is much different than applying makeup, your everyday makeup. So they teach you how to do that. They also provide resources for transportation, for support groups, for prosthetics. They provide resources if you need to ask questions about maybe your employment situation while you're going through treatment. And they have hotel partnerships, which really could have helped my family, because my mother lived an hour from me and an hour from my sister. And maybe having that rest period in between would have been great for her, because a lot of time our treatments were back to back. So learning about how much they offered that I didn't know about during my treatment became my mission to broadcast to the world all the things that ACS did, because I wanted to make sure anybody that was diagnosed knew what ACS could help them with, what ACS could help their family with, their caregivers with. I didn't want them to be in the dark like I was. In my effort to bring awareness about the fabulous ACS, I was invited to speak at Relay for Life in 2017 in Victorville, California. Now, I had heard of Relay for Life. I knew there was some walking and I knew that there was some fundraising. But again, this was still something that I did not know much about. In preparation, I was being invited to a lot of the different social gatherings and I decided to attend. I thought that would be a good idea. And what I started seeing was a community of people who cared, who wanted to make a difference, who wanted to support everyone and had one goal in mind: to end cancer. I'm thinking to myself, I'm around and surrounded by so much community support, and everyone has to know about this. This is incredible. Relay for Life was more than just walking. It was about raising money. It was about the research. It was about providing aid to those that are diagnosed and their families and their caregivers. It was about helping people get through what would likely be the most difficult time of their life. Upon arrival, I get there and I see all of these tents and I see all of these vendors and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all this. And I go up to speak and as I look out into the crowd, there's hundreds of people there, hundreds of people. And throughout the day, more and more came. As some left, more showed up. Some stayed. You had teams that stayed all night. There were things that you could purchase and you felt good about purchasing it because you knew that that money was going to research. You knew that that money was going to help families that are affected by cancer. And cancer doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care about your gender, your race, your sexuality. It doesn't care about your career status, your education level. It affects everyone. And when it affects one, it affects us all. And so to see all of these people relay for this one goal, it was beautiful. For 24 hours, everybody came together to raise money, to support, to honor survivors, to honor their caregivers, and remember those who had gained their wings. It was the most incredible feeling. Relay for Life will assure you that you are not alone. Your family is not alone. I invite you to check out your local relay. You will not regret it. You will be absolutely happy that you did. You will feel such a surge of love and support in your community that you may not even know exist. You can start fundraising for Relay for Life. You can donate. Anything that you can do is going to help. It's the togetherness that I love to see during the relay events. Together, we fight stronger. Together, we hold hands across America to support those going through cancer. Together, we make a difference. Thank you.